Well, first of all, let's dispel this myth that it is a free, open, and fair election. It is nothing of the sort. We all know that there's only a small circle of people who are eligible to vote, 1,200, out of a potential electorate of 3.3 million voters. It's completely manipulated behind the scene by central government through its liaison office based in Hong Kong. And the candidates that we have been presented with, at least the two candidates who are acceptable to the central government, do not seem to be, as it were, earning the respected support of the Hong Kong public.
Okay, so I mean, I guess Beijing has indicated that CY Leung is probably the more favored. It hasn't come out and said that, but that's what people are speculating. I mean, at this point in time, who do you believe?
Beijing hasn't said it in so many words, but we know what's going on, not even behind the scene, quite blatantly in the public's eye, and that is that the liaison office and its staff are very, very busy getting everybody to put in a vote for CY. So where is one country, two systems? This is supposed to be at least a fair election, even accepting that the candidates have been anointed by central government. I think Hong Kong people should wake up to this fact and really look at the two candidates with open eyes.
So, Mrs. Chen, you've worked with CY, I reckon, in your several years when post-handover in EXCO and in government. What's your assessment of his character, and do you think all the descriptions of him being very cruel and hard to deal with, is that accurate?
My main observation is, who is the real CY? He's like a chameleon, all things to all men. He's very good at dodging questions. I think it was very, very telling to look at his performance in the Legislative Council yesterday when he was being questioned over the potential conflict of interest over West Kowloon, the drawing design competition. He dodged all questions. He seems to have a loss of memory, a temporary loss of memory, or he doesn't understand, or he's forgotten. I think what people should really look at is, given the fact that we have two anointed candidates, who do we want as our chief executive? Do we want a chief executive who is going to at least share our core values, particularly the protection of civil liberties, democracy, and also a free economy? Or are we prepared to settle for somebody who everybody suggests is a party cadre, undercover?
So are you saying that Henry Tang, out of the two, would be a better choice?
I think I don't have a vote, so I don't have to express a preference. I would like the public to open their eyes and look at these two candidates. I think if you ask most Hong Kong people, they're not happy with these two candidates. But the prospect facing us is that one or other of these two candidates is going to win.
I want to get your views on this campaign, because we've had marital infidelities, we've had illegal decorations, we've had triad connection allegations. If you close your eyes, you would think that this was a democracy, but as you pointed out, it's not. In the end, is this a good thing or bad thing for Hong Kong?
Well, I suppose all human beings have failings. You have to compare the failings of Henry Tang with the failings of CY Leung, and you have to ask yourself, what is most important from our point of view?
Okay, and what if the Hong Kong people say neither one of these candidates are acceptable?
Then I think it's perfectly acceptable to have a hung vote. At least we start all over again, and maybe there will be other candidates coming forward.
Do you have in mind any candidates in Hong Kong, anyone you can choose that you think might be able to unite these
including
various
yourself,
including
of
yourself,
course.
Sure.
No, I'm not a candidate. I think there are capable, committed, talented people who share our values, who believe in one country, two systems. The question really is whether central government is prepared to put more emphasis on ability and on personality rather than on somebody whom they think they can manage.
So if there is not, if Henry Tang and CY Leung are not chosen and more people, they don't get a majority, would you worry that this would affect the stability of Hong Kong?
Well, sooner or later, I hope to see some changes in the rules governing the election of the chief executive. After all, we're supposed to have free election in 2017. What has the government done to pave the way for free elections? So how about starting now? How about at least allowing people to freely stand for election and not coercing people to vote for one particular candidate?
So if CY does become CE in this scenario, do you worry that universal suffrage, as promised in 2017?
A week is a long time in politics, so
True.
I don't know what's going to happen in the next few days. So let's see how the vote is going to be cast this Sunday.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, Anson Chan, for joining us.